What's going on? This is Coach Marcus for Pro Fan Talk. It was a very interesting weekend. Let's get it. Welcome to Mondays with Marcus on Pro Fan Talk. Just kind of recapping what happened over the weekend and a little bit of what went on last week. Novak Djolvic wins his 23rd Grand Slam event. It's to the point you got to start giving that boy his flowers now. He is in GOAT status. You can argue whether or not you would consider him that, but as far as the men's players, he's got to be the GOAT. He's got to be above Rafael Nadal. He put it down. He's 2 out of the 4 Grand Slams in the calendar year. That still hasn't been done since like 1969 or something like that. 1968. Get a boy his flowers. He's been that good. He has won 11 Grand Slam events out of the last 20. It's not like he's slowing down. He, I believe, is 34 years old. There's probably some younger, quicker, faster, all of that kind of stuff, but ain't nobody beating him. Give Djokovic his props. He's doing his thing. He has definitely achieved GOAT status. The second big thing was the PGA-LIV Tour merger. That still is in murky ground. They're still arguing about that, going back and forth. And at the end of the day, this is something that I've been trying to investigate more and just get more knowledge about, and it is confusing because LIV came in, they did the PGA-LIV Tour merger, so you would think the two entities are becoming one. Obviously, the PIF is going to be the controlling interest because they gave the most money. What you don't know is, okay, who's in power? Is Jay Monahan going to stay commissioner? And they're talking about, even after the merger, LIV is going to dissolve. And the people on the LIV side says LIV is going strong. And it's just weird. You don't know what's going to happen. I know there's a lot of details to work out. It's still fresh in everybody's mind. This is a complicated and confusing issue. And then you got the players going back and forth. If the PGA still kind of runs things, and it's still called the PGA, they're talking about giving penalty to the players that went on the LIV Tour. Why are you going to penalize? If the controlling interest that owns the LIV Tour merges with the PGA and they are the majority controller, how are you going to penalize the guys that went to play? They took their shot, they made their money, the leagues merged. So if they come back to the PGA, why should they be penalized? If anything, the players that wanted to go and that got bullied into staying, those are the guys that should be pretty upset. There's still a lot of stuff up in the air. Both sides are talking like they've won and they got the upper hand. It's very murky, it's very complicated, and it's very confusing. And more information is coming out, so there's still a lot to learn and a lot that can happen. So we'll see what happens with that. Jalen Hurts gets his bag. He wants to put more work in. So you had these reports coming out. I think it was Devontae Smith. He had this celebrity softball game this weekend, and they were talking about how after Jalen Hurts has gotten his contract, he's been a little bit more focused. And that's what you want to hear. You don't want to see people, because you've got many examples of this, where people get their money and their work ethic and their focus just falls off. And it looks like Jalen Hurts is not going to fall in that category. He is still leading the team. He's still going in the right direction. He still has the same goals in mind, getting the team back to the Super Bowl, and he's going about it the right way. He's putting all of the right feelers out there. Vets and other players want to come to Philadelphia to play with him, so he's definitely putting out the right vibe. So it's very interesting to see with the type of contract he had, the type of feedback he's getting from. That's a very big positive in my book. Again, QB1 is doing his thing. He's making it look like that the Eagles made the right decision in giving him that contract. OTAs are over and everybody's counting down. I know we are 90 days away from true training camp. And finally, the last big thing, if you are in the Philadelphia, South Jersey area, you already saw I-95 collapse. It is going to play hell in certain parts of Philadelphia trying to get down to the sports complex. When training camp does start and the preseason games happen, traffic downtown is going to be crazy for the next 6 to 8 months. They're given a guesstimate of the timetable to get it repaired. I mean, this thing was nationwide. This thing was trending on Google. Traffic that way is going to be just absolutely ridiculous. So what are you going to do? That's the recap of all the stuff that happened this weekend. Please subscribe if you haven't as of yet. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next play.